Today we're going to do some work around the yard, and Stain's going to transplant a tree from up here in our garden down to the olive grove. So let's get cracking. We're Debbie and Stain, and this is our Italian destiny. So what are we doing today?
Well, we had bought this beautiful, was beautiful when we bought it. We had bought this tree, which was a aspen, no, what was it?
I think it was a sequoia, wasn't
it?
it?
Was a type of sequoia that should do well here. And it just completely looked like it was dead. Now this year, I don't know if you can show them here, but this year it started getting more shoots, but only on the north side where there is no sun. So this tells me that it needs to be grown in the shade more so than in full sun.
Yeah.
All the way up here you see there's new growth as well. So
yeah,
I'm not ready to give up on this tree, but we're going to put it somewhere that is much more protected from the sun. Also, you can tell this is still the exact shape of the pot that it came in, pretty much. So a lot of this is like new root growth, but for the most part, this tree never really got going as far as root development.
Yeah.
So
we're replacing in this hole that silk tree that we got in, where did we get that, Belgium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Persian silk tree. We had one of these when we were in Reno.
Yeah.
And you can see these pink flowers. They're coming on late in the season, but it's a really nice
yeah,
shade tree.
Yeah, ours was beautiful. Tree. Yeah, ours
also,
was gorgeous.
It's a
fast grower.
Leguminous tree.
What is leguminous?
Which means it is helping the plants around it because it puts nitrogen in the soil through the root system.
Okay.
So it's also a beneficial plant in other ways. And of course, you know, the beauty is a big thing. It does need quite a bit of water, but this gets sprinklered, so it should be okay.
So what I'm doing here is, this is mostly weeds, but I'm trying to transform this into something that the birds and the bees and the butterflies will love to come to and pollinate, right? And so we also got a new bush here. It doesn't look really good right now, but it's like a trumpet bush. It gets long flowers that hang.
Angel's trumpet.
Angel's trumpet is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw this the first time in Portugal when we were there for 5 months. Absolutely loved it. We've got this in Belgium as well. And I've been planting things that come back every year. So this here is all from last year's plantings. And we have a butterfly bush for the butterflies. It's not blooming yet. We have the gaillardia, which also spreads, which I'm excited about. We have black-eyed Susans. And then, you know, here and there, different things. We just keep planting little by little. So I have to help him take that tree down to the olive grove, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's.
One thing is, we didn't just order trees from Belgium because we think they're better.
No.
It's just we were there last week and there's a really big nursery there.
Yeah.
That we went to, and it was very close to my folks' house.
Yeah.
So we tend to just look there and find some things that maybe are harder to find here. We found one of these here, but it was like 120 euros.
Yeah.
And I think this little guy was obviously a lot smaller, but
yeah, I think he
like
was
15.
Yeah, 15 or so. Wasn't bad. So I think that'll be really pretty here, coming in the drive-in gate and having that tree right there at the end of this circular driveway. That'll be pretty, right, honey?
Well, we hope so. So we're gonna need more dirt for here. I'll definitely be putting this guy back around this tree. This is called comfrey, and I'm trying to do as much as possible a natural ecosystem. And this plant has medicinal properties, but it has a deep taproot, which I broke when I dug it up. But it's a good deep taproot that brings minerals to the surface and makes it available to the plants that are at the surface. So it's a plant that grows very vigorously, so it has nice flowers. And you basically cut the leaves off and leave them laying on the ground around the trees that you want to nurture and nutrify. So these decomposing leaves then provide those nutritional elements that it dug up from the soil. So I've planted some of these around existing fruit and other plants that we have in the yard, and they've done well. Really this year, I planted them early last year, and this year they've really grown a lot. And this one actually has a little baby that I can plant somewhere else now. So you don't really have to plant them this big. Like, you can plant them much smaller and then they'll reproduce and they'll split. But this one I'll just leave as one whole plant.
Okay.
But we have them all over the yard.
Okay. Cool. That'll be great.
We still need dirt though.
Okay. Well,
Let's go find some dirt.
okay.
We're in a pretty dry climate over here in the Mediterranean, so keeping it moist around the trees is very important. So this is what's called BRF in French, but it's essentially mulch that is from small twigs. As you can tell, it has a lot of leaves in it as well. This is from the prunings from our olive trees. And I'm just putting it on a nice thick layer, maybe 3 inches, 4 inches. And once that gets wet, we'll water it here in a minute. It'll really retain the moisture very well and develop or encourage fungal growth that helps the roots of most trees in the universe. So it's going to be helpful, and the tree should get a really good start in this new soil and become the beautiful specimen we want it to be.
Yeah. Let's get this puppy down to the olive grove. Whoa. Sort of bottomed out there. I like the dragging. Oh, this should be easy going downhill. Okay. Maybe we can show them chickens when they get down here, honey.
Yeah. Sounds good.
You got 10 chickens and
Stop,
one
stop.
rooster.
Stop. Goes over here.
Oh, you want to go here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
Stop. I'll do it.
I know. I'll just line it up and turn it over. Let me just get here.
You're in the bushes there.
Oh, I'm in the bushes. All right. I'll just stop right here.
Yeah. How about that?
I just thought, here, hand it over to me, and we'll get you. There you go. So he's created a little path here that goes down to the olive grove that we showed you a video of when we bought it. And we've harvested now olives from here 2 years in a row, so that's good. So what he's also done is he's got some wood storage here, but he's also put a little shed here. We got this at Leroy Merlin. How do you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I didn't say it right, but so that was a screaming deal on that shed, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a good deal.
Yeah.
Just gotta wait for the deal.
Yeah.
It was like the floor model though, so.
Yeah. So it was
a little bit of a challenge to put it up, and it's not 100% level, but hey.
It
works perfectly
yeah,
fine.
it holds stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah.
So you can put the tree here in this area somewhere?
I have no idea yet.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right.
That might not be decided today even. We'll have to see.
All right. All right. Well, let's go show them the chickens.
Alrighty.
So the chickens are this way, huh?
Yep.
It's pretty.
Yeah, this is good because it keeps the moisture in the ground.
Yeah.
But as the summer approaches, it'll dry out and become a bit of a fire hazard. So having them in here, as you can tell, they've been in here about a week.
Uh-huh.
They've basically
Yeah.
trampled everything.
Hi, girls.
And
There's Mr. Mister.
they
Hi.
eat a bunch of the worms and other things that might end up being pests for the olive tree. So yeah, they do a good job.
And there's your coop you made.
Yeah, let me see if there's any eggs. I already got 5 earlier today, so.
Oh, and we get about 5 or 6 a day right now, don't we?
Yeah, six, let's say usually.
They like him. They know he's the guy that feeds them. So let's see if we have any more eggs. No?
Alrighty, here. We had this old cat box that I put in there at first, and so they've gotten accustomed to laying in here. So there's an egg.
There's an egg. Yay. Let me get it. Get closer. Okay. There it is. All right.
All right.
Which one of you did that? Huh? Who's the proud owner of this egg? Who? Tell me. Yeah, so this is the 6th one today.
Yep.
Cool.
Today we're going to be moving them. I probably should have left them inside the coop, kind of delayed the automatic opening of the door so that it would be easier. But since we're going to be moving them midday, I wouldn't want to leave them locked up until midday.
So where are we moving this fence? And we use this fence for what reason? Tell everybody.
To keep the predators out, primarily.
Yeah.
To keep them in, I guess, as well, but they really don't have a tendency to escape. There is actually one chicken that likes to escape. And then I come in and, you know, the rooster's always like very upset when that happens. So I just come in, turn the net off, lift up one of these poles, or two maybe, and then she can walk under and she's back in.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't try to go anywhere.
And this is an electric fence.
It's electrified with a solar panel right there, but the current on it is very low because there's a lot of current being lost to the grass that's touching the fence.
Oh.
So really, the electrical component of it is weak. So.
But enough to keep the weasel or whatever it is. What is it?
Yeah, fox. But I think mostly because we're moving it, the fox can't really get an idea of where it is and where to find a spot to get in and stuff. And they're perfectly safe and locked up in basically a cage at night where the fox cannot get in.
Yeah.
So I think that's the secret to keeping them alive so far for about 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. So we're going to move it, what, over here, you said, around this tree?
Yes.
This olive tree? All right.
The one to your right.
And this olive tree.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get to it. What you doing over there?
I'm almost ready.
Yeah?
Making one spot here for the coop to go in.
Okay. So you're buzzing.
Yeah, just do that where the net goes.
Uh-huh.
Because otherwise, if the net touches even more the grass that's growing up against it, then I don't have any electrical current left on my net. Already it's weak as it is, but there's still something.
Okay.
If I didn't mow, it would be nothing.
Okay.
So. So this is not a video about how to operate one of these things. I know I'm supposed to wear the protection for my face, and I always do, except for now. There are no rocks around here. The grass is so tall. There was little risk that something would fly in my face, but I agree with whatever everybody else says.
Just got a comment.
Put your
screen on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nope. So this is their candy. Chicky.
There you go. Come here.
Way too much.
Come on. Hurry. Come on. It's like chicken crack. Come on. There you go. Yum, yum. Come on. Come on.
Alright, we need to get on. Huh? Okay, so I need you to
Pull that way with this, or?
yeah, pull out all the stakes on there and just keep walking. And when you walk, let me show you how to do it. Well, I'll do it. This gets pretty heavy after a while. Maybe just push the chickens towards that tree.
Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Come have some chicken crack. Yeah? Is that good? Is that good? That's good stuff, huh? Yeah.
lay one out. And then if you could, behind me, just stick it in the ground. Okay.
Over here?
Nope, what is, grass is short.
Yeah. So just here for starters?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. And it's a step in. You can intend it to be steps on. Find a different spot. Yep. Okay. All right. And this way. I'm just going to walk it out. It'll be there. You just when you get there, just step it in. It's always a bit tricky to figure out the distances. I guess I gotta maybe have a 50-meter piece of rope that I lay out, and then I would know exactly where to mow. Because right now I'm mowing thinking this is where I need to mow, and then inevitably it always turns out to be slightly off. So whenever I have to cheat, I actually take back some of the old paddock and go back in there, because that one is already sort of mowed by the chicken.
So you got it where you want it?
Not quite yet, but close. This is not recommended. Do not build something like this. Well, yeah, do build something like this, but make sure it weighs 20 pounds, not 120. Okay.
Now they're all secure again.
Yep. I'll have to mow quite a bit around the edges, because this is like the time of the year where everything just grows like crazy. So,
And everybody's sending you pictures of their chickens getting killed right now too, huh?
right, yeah. Yeah, somebody sent me a picture. A fox came in and killed 10 of 14. And another one, they suspect a marmot or a weasel that killed all 10 at the other place.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta certainly be careful. Otherwise, they become somebody else's food.
Here in the wilderness, hey?
Well, that's my choice, this one. But you see, they're already in there. Seems like a good spot. It's all right under these trees, but it still gets shade. This is a pretty humid area.
Okay.
So, should be good. Let's see how many boulders we gotta.
It's a natural runoff for water as well, it seems.
Yeah.
From up there, coming on down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, there's
So-
quite a bit of water here. Let's say for 7-8 months out of the year.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
Okay.
could be a spot that a tree like that likes. This soil should be pretty acidic, because the plants that were growing here before were what are they called? Type of berry. Oh, sloe. Sloe, which is a berry that's used
And
for
gin.
gin in
Yeah.
the UK. And it was in abundance in this section of the land before we cleared it. I'm just trying to get this top layer out, which seems like really good dirt. Not that.
that it?
It's in.
So you got a good hole, huh?
Yeah. I think the conclusion is to not buy trees this big because they are almost always going to be root bound in the pot. This one certainly was. And I didn't do a good enough job freeing up the roots, I think, the first time I planted it.
Okay.
But in any case, the bigger the tree, the bigger the bill. So, and it's a risky thing to transplant a bigger tree. So, me personally, I'm not going to be buying bigger trees anymore. Just, I'll be patient, and I'll just wait for it to establish itself from a younger age in that spot. And then if it doesn't work out, I'm out 15 euros instead of, what was this, 90?
Something.
So
yeah, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, but I insisted on it, so I can't complain too much.
Because if it was up to me, I'd ditch this tree, but he's like, nope, I'm going to replant it down on my property. Because there's life. There's life in this tree.
There is.
Right there.
You're making fun of me. I'm not amending this soil because it is good soil, and honestly, you know, the tree has to survive.
Very good. So where are we going?
Get ice cream.
My favorite thing to do, I swear. So he's made an executive decision.
We're gonna get some beer first.
Okay. So we have to bring our own bags, right?
Well, you don't have to, but you
Well,
can buy one every time.
Unless you want to buy one every time. So we keep a supply in the back of the car.
You don't need to do this.
It's the best gelato in all of Italy. I just love it. Un medio copia stracciatella e fior di latte.
Ok.
E per me cona medio. Grazie. Amarena. Crema? Sì? Crema, yeah. Crema amarena e Kinder. And Kinder. Yeah. Gotta eat fast because it's dripping.
Yeah, it's already getting pretty hot here. So. How do I drive a stick shift and eat ice cream? If anybody knows, let me know.
Yeah.